What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chelsea Career Mode Season 1, Episode 4. And thank you guys so much for support recently. I can't thank you guys enough. We are up to 64 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. Hit that subscribe button, helps me a lot. And yeah, I thank each and every one of you for hitting that subscribe button. Really means a lot to me. So thank you all who have subscribed, and leaving a like and a comment if you guys have any other suggestions for me to do or to sign anybody. So thank you guys so much for the support. I just wanted to say that at the start of this episode, but this episode is going to be a very big one. We've got Manchester City first up. We've played 11 games in the Premier League so far. We sit in 5th place. The board is expecting us to finish in the top 4 to get Champions League spot, but right now it's proving it's not going to be a very, very easy for us to do that. So we're gonna have to push through, and we're gonna have to, sort of try and get through these tough teams, because we do have some very, very tough games going into this episode, and some tough games coming up as well in the next episode. And yeah, it's not going to get any easier, this Premier League. As the season goes on, it just gets harder and harder. So yeah, we've got Manchester City, who their substitute bench and their team is just unreal. We're playing at home, so we're going to give it our best shot. Our best team is out there. Honestly, their whole reserve team or substitute, like their substitute bench could literally, every single player on their substitute bench could fit in our team. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, as you guys saw there before, Nathan Ake would probably fit instead of Levi Colwill, Jeremy Doku, better player than Mikhailo Mudryk. But anyway, that doesn't matter. We've got Enzo Fernandez, we've got Nicholas Jackson, we've got former City player in Raheem Sterling. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very tough game. But, we started on the front foot. It was looking very promising in this first half. We did have a very, very little chances though, but Mudryk trying to smack that into the bottom right corner, but Edison was, I reckon, the second best goalkeeper behind Alisson in the world. But both of them are still so great. They just pull off outrageous saves. I just can't believe they pull off those saves sometimes. So yeah, but he pulled off an amazing save, and since that moment, really, since the first 10-15 minutes, which we had the pressure, Manchester City were just relentless, and they just kept on knocking on the door, kept on looking for opportunities, and they had a lot of chances. And after 44 or so minutes, they had a corner whipped in, and obviously the man who broke the Premier League record last season and scored a goal here against us just before halftime. And he took his side into a 1-0 lead at halftime. He'd be pretty pleased with himself, but we weren't be so pleased, because we did play very good, but conceding a goal in the last 2 or 3 minutes of half is just really, really harsh. I felt like if we would have got through the first half 0-0, would have been perfect, but they're always going to find a way to score somehow. But we have had, we tried to start on the front foot, and we did. City parking the bus. Looks like they have so many players back, just trying to find a pass around them, and we go out wide to Raheem Sterling. He whips it across, and Mikhailo Mudryk, his crisis has stopped. He's not allergic from scoring goals anymore. This man actually won a header at the back stick against Kyle Walker, as we see in this replay. Sterling whips it in, and he just climbs over the top of Kyle Walker. A little bit I've just praised Edison, and he's just sort of palmed that into the back of the net. But we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that goal. A goal's a goal. To take 2 points off Manchester City would be very, very huge, and to take a point at home against the best team in the league would be very, very good. If we could just hold on, but as you guys see there, currently it is the 80th minute, I think 70th. So I think it's 80th or 78th, something like that. So thereabouts. But we're gonna have to make some substitutes. Fresh legs always coming on. Mateo Kovacic coming on for Manchester City. So yeah, in the last dying minutes, they had a very good cross come in, but Cucurella takes it out on the left, and Nicholas Jackson, I just couldn't believe this. We went on the counter attack. They were trying to get their goal. We went on the counter attack, and Nicholas Jackson squares the ball to Moises Caicedo and taps it in. I just could not believe this goal. He squared it, and Edison almost got to the save, but in the 90th minute, all we need to do is to hold on to this victory. They're going to be coming at us hard with only like 3 minutes of extra time, and yeah, this was just a great game. The heart was definitely pounding at this moment, but once we got the ball back in possession and the ref blew the whistle, we knew that we secured the 3 points, and 3 massive points, which almost feel like 6 points for us, because to beat a team that is just so great in this career mode, we get an unbelievable feeling, as you guys can see there. Moises Caicedo over the moon to get the goal, the deciding goal in the 90th minute against Manchester City to take home 3 points is massive in this career mode. But yeah, very, very, very good start to this episode. So yeah, next up we've got Newcastle. It's not going to get any easier, as we do have to go and travel all the way over to St. James's Park. It's going to be a very, very tough match. I'm not going to lie to you. Eddie Howe has set his team up to play Gegenpress. They've only lost 2 in the last 3. In the last 5. So they've won 3. And again, very, very strong team there they've got. And Eddie Howe has transformed this Newcastle side to mid-table team to top 4 contending team. So yeah, they're in the Champions League this year. Could it be a bit much for them? I don't know. They've already, drew against AC Milan in real life. So this is going to be a big, big test. So we do have the fitness on them. They have been travelling to play Champions League and all that. But yeah, Newcastle, as you know, great team. Gegenpress, piling up the pressure. They're not going to let you breathe for a second. So yeah, they had a very, very good chance that Sanchez saved, and then just there Isak got a yellow card, and they just kept on knocking on the door, and the floodgates finally opened for them, and Mikel Almiron scores in the 33rd minute. Sort of just dribbles his way through the defence, and somehow he just finishes it near post, which I think this game has a little problem with. Like, I don't think many keepers would be conceding as many as they are near post, but also the defence needs a bit of work. So yeah, only 5 or so minutes later, Moises Caicedo fires one from about 25 yards, and it gets a very, very heavy deflection, and he is on form, getting another goal, but I believe this one's going to go down as an own goal. But he is on fire, so very good to see a player like him have a good long shot ability to, if there's a team parking the bus, if we ever need to have a ping from long range. That's 3 now he's scored. Obviously that one was an own goal, but there's 2 he's scored this season so far from long range. So very, very good to see him scoring those ones from outside the box. So yeah, in the break, obviously Almiron, probably best player on the pitch so far. At the break it was 1-1, well, both teams pretty even, not gonna lie. No team was the clear favourite, let's just say that. Obviously, Newcastle had the advantage as playing at home, but yeah. Anyway, in the second half, immediately, 10 or so minutes later, Newcastle turned the Jets up as, I don't know, Alexander Isak just dribbling through. We didn't make a tackle, we just allowed him to have a little too much space, and he fired one from about 20 yards outside the box. And Sanchez, in my opinion, could have done a bit better, but it is what it is, and he did make it another goal for himself, as in the 72nd minute, it was just a very, very well worked Newcastle goal from the boundary into the box, just dribbling it in, finds the final pass and smacks it past Sanchez, and that's now 3-1. That it's going to be very, very tough to get back in now into this game. So we're going to make a few subs, see if we can get the fresh legs going, and if we can, overload that left-hand side, because I see that left-hand side is a bit weak. So we're going to make some subs on that left-hand side as Noni Madueke comes on and Chilwell also comes on. Get that pace up and running. Talking about the pace, great ball from Madueke to Sterling. Sterling with an absolute unbelievable touch takes it away on his right foot and fires one into the back of the net, and he gives us just a little glimpse of hope to maybe get back into this game, because we are back into it. Maybe we can get a draw. I know I said it's going to be very, very difficult to get back into this game, but we are back into this game, and with 14 or so minutes to go of normal time, potentially we could come in and take up 2 points away from Newcastle, but unfortunately that was not meant to be in this match. Newcastle held out very strong and saw the last 15 minutes or so out very strongly. So yeah, they're just a very, very tough side to break down, and they did manage to take all 3 points from this match here, so a bit disappointed but not too disappointed in this result, as we still sit in the 5th position with 25 points from 13 matches. So next up, we're going straight into this one. We've got Brighton, very interesting side. Obviously, De Zerbi does not play that style of football, but in this career mode, they obviously do. That is not the way De Zerbi likes to play, but whatever. There's a few players who have made way from Brighton to Chelsea, likes of Moises Caicedo, Cucurella, Sanchez. I think that's it, but Levi Colwill, who was out on loan for them last season, if you guys do remember that. So yeah, and obviously they do have quite a strong team, not gonna lie. Evan Ferguson, the young Irishman, centre forward, who is just an absolute baller, scoring a hat-trick, if you guys did see that in real life. But not in this career mode, he's not scoring a hat-trick against Chelsea, as we have a well-worked team goal. And Caicedo saw the space into Reece James, who found the first time pass into Nkunku, and Nkunku smashes it past the goalkeeper. We could have had our second immediately after, but the chance went out, and it was a great block by the defence. I believe it was Dunk who got the block, but it was a great block. With heading into the back end of the first half, Brighton did turn up the gears and found a way to get themselves level with 15 or so minutes to go into this. In 15 or so minutes to go left in the first half, and they just did shift it up another 3 gears, as Matoma absolutely rifles one into the top corner past Sanchez. Only 4 or so minutes later, so our defense was caught lacking a little bit. We tried to go out to get the second goal, but they managed to get the second goal, so now we're on the back foot and we're chasing the game now. We're trying to get back into this game. It has been the story of that recently, chasing games, but what an effort that is from Sterling. Jackson picks it up and plays it back to Sterling. What a work rate this guy has from kickoff straight away. Absolute love this man. Very experienced player. Dribbles it, loses it, gets it back, and his work rate to get the ball back and score that goal for Sterling is absolutely incredible. But we're not going to leave the first half without being up 3-2. It was just such a good feeling to see us score 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes or so, as they did as well in the first half, to scoring 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes. They say we can do it, and we say we can do it better. So yeah, very, very pleased with this team, and yeah, we go into the second half quite comfortable, not too comfortable though. We're only leading it by 3-2 by 1 goal, and yeah, so we're going into the half 3-2 with Nkunku with 2 goals and Mitoma also with a brace. Sterling also with 1 goal for himself. In this second half, it's never going to be an easy one. So yeah, we did try and close the game out very early on, but we just couldn't take our chances. Jackson there had a very good chance to score, make it 4-2, but it wasn't meant to be, and they had some very, very good chances, and I honestly do not know what happened there. I tried to cut it back to Jackson, but Sterling, it's just like, as he's passed it, we'll have a look at this replay, but it's an unbelievable goal. Sterling, go to pass it and just deflects off the defender. I think they both went to kick it, and it's caught the keeper off guard, and absolute shocker of a goal. So that's one way to score a goal in EAFC 24. Wasn't expecting to score a goal like that, but we can definitely close this game out now by making it 5-2 late on in the second half, piling up the pressure. Nkunku taking the hat-trick, saying thank you very much to Brighton, allowing him to score his first hat-trick of the season, and maybe he can do much more with that as well. But yeah, last dying minutes showing you some just time wasting. Yeah, very good to see. I thought it was just gonna be the end of the match, but the referee said no, we're gonna take a free kick, and yeah, that's how the game ended. 5-2 to Chelsea. Nkunku with a hat-trick. Quite a eventful game, let's just say the least. This man right here, one of the best players on our team, if not the best player on our team. But yeah, Sterling with 2, and also Nkunku with a hat-trick. So yeah, we still sit in that 5th position. We just cannot get away from that position. We are quite comfortable in that position, but we can't find a way to break into that top 4. There's some very, very good sides, inside that top 4 right now that we just can't break through. And then we've got the Manchester United, also quite interesting team. Ahmad in for Anthony, is currently injured. Also very interesting, they play wing play. Erik ten Hag. In the last 5 matches, they've only won once, so that's quite good to know. Also, so they're not on a good streak or anything, but they are always gonna, show and be very, very competitive. So yeah, we're going into this game very, very confident, hopefully, to take 3 points away at Old Trafford. It's not a very easy place to go, very, very difficult. Also, another thing I found very interesting, Casemiro is not in that starting 11, he's on the bench, so we'll have to take advantage of Donny van de Beek being in that midfield, maybe bossing the midfield out of all these, but it's going to be very, very tough. So, yeah, we got this match underway, and as soon as we got this match underway, I just felt a very, very weird feeling, and, we just had no chances. The ball was just pinging around. It was such a fast game, and we make one little error. Romeo Lavia in the 40th minute makes a crazy tackle and gets sent off. And also, Christopher Nkunku, I don't even know what happened, but off the ball somewhere, as we make the challenge, off the ball, up high on the pitch, Christopher Nkunku gets injured. So, yeah, we get sent off with Romeo Lavia, and Christopher Nkunku gets injured. He had to be taken off immediately. I couldn't continue playing with him, and the day just got from bad to worse. We are just praying right now that we do not concede anymore and try and get a draw from this match, which is highly unlikely, and that it's not an ACL or something very, very serious where he's out for the rest of the season in Nkunku, because he's such an important player. Hopefully he's only out for maybe 2 months or so, that he's still back until the end of the season, but hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, this match here, from being quite competitive and no team really bossing it, to 0-0 in the 40th minute, to having a big injury, having a red card, and 2-0 down at the break. So quite disappointed. It's not going to be our game. So yeah, it's tough to go at Old Trafford. So yeah, second half we're just going to have to pray and hope we don't concede any more goals, because we're going to throw the kitchen sink at them. I don't even know what even happened, because the United defence was just unbelievable. We just couldn't get past their midfield. Van de Beek was having an absolute blinder, and our defence was just shook up. That man down really, really did hit us hard, as they did make it 3-0. Rashford behind, back post, absolutely free, 83rd minute, only 10 or so minutes to go. But, him scoring a goal, getting his brace, making our goal difference even worse, and to make the day even worse, it was already terrible enough, Axel Disasi getting sent off as well. So now we only have 9 men on the pitch, and that was not, I did not think that was a red card. The Lavia one, okay, fair enough, red card. This one, I think, was just a bit too harsh. 2 red cards. We finished the match with only 9 men. Sanchez could not believe his eyes, and we're gonna go back to London in not a great mood. As you guys see, Rashford, they're absolutely delighted. Them getting again another win on the board, getting maybe their form back, but we have been just absolutely smashed back down to reality. After getting that win over Brighton, so quite disappointed, and this is the moment of truth. Hopefully it's not a massive injury on Nkunku. Oh no, Christopher Nkunku is out with an ACL for 7 months, so he's out for the rest of the season. We're gonna have to rule him out, and obviously Disasi and Romeo Lavia both suspended for a match. I just couldn't believe it. Christopher Nkunku, our best player, he scored a hat-trick before that match against Brighton. He scored a hat-trick, and it's just all gone from hero to zero, quite literally. But that means we're going to need to sign another backup cam because we just don't have that right now. Our squad depth is really, really bad. So yeah, also Everton on form of their life. They have also not lost a single game in the last 5 matches. We do go for a simulation and they absolutely hammer us 2-0 at the Goodison Park. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a very, very horrible episode, but I hope you guys did enjoy. And let me know any comments, any players you want me to sign, because next episode is going to be the transfer window, January transfer window. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace out.